Memorial Day weekend, moving on here. States moving to relax restrictions. Many Americans will head to the water for the unofficial start of summer this weekend, and beaches all around the country will be open for business. That is despite the dangers from the coronavirus. Rules vary very widely state to state, and Dahler is going to show us some of the safety measures being implemented ahead of the Memorial Day weekend. He's in Asbury Park along the Jersey Shore. And Don, my little Teddy was wearing a Stone Pony t-shirt just yesterday, getting it dirty at the counter with dinner. It's a great rock venue there. We were there last Memorial Day weekend. It's a wonderful place. What do you got there? How are they keeping people safe?
It is so wonderful, and the Stone Pony is just that way, by the way. I drove by it coming in. Great place, great beach, and beaches like this one all up and down the Jersey coast are getting ready to open up for the long Memorial Day weekend. But with the rise of coronavirus cases, there are some who are still very worried that this is all happening too fast and too soon.
Many beachfronts across the country will be open for leisure as restless Americans emerge from their quarantine.
The boardwalk's been very crowded, it seemed. The beach, you can spread out a little more. After like 60-something days indoors, it's nice to soak up the sun back on the beach.
In California, many beaches have already reopened, and pictures like these appear to show some beachgoers bending social distancing guidelines. New York will cap beach capacity at 50%, and local governments will require and enforce mask use when social distancing is not possible. Every coastal state, aside from Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and New Hampshire, will have at least some of their shores open to residents by today.
K-E-L-L-Y.
New Jersey schoolteacher Kelly McAvoy is picking up her summer beach tags, but remains skeptical on how social distancing will work.
It's been really crowded and a lot of people without masks, so it does make me a little nervous.
In one southern New Jersey county, volunteers called social distance ambassadors will patrol high-traffic areas to remind people to stay 6 feet apart.
It's becoming safer for us to dip our toes back into the water, in this case, literally.
New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy says encouraging COVID numbers are driving his decision to reopen. But the economic numbers are anything but. One report says the state's shore tourism generated more than $7 billion in 2018, but more than 1 million people in New Jersey have filed for unemployment since the pandemic began. And in April, the state saw a loss of more than 236,000 jobs in the leisure and hospitality sector.
We really don't know what to expect right now.
Asbury Park Beach Safety Supervisor Joe Bongiovanni has been working this coast for 50 years.
Most of the beaches are limiting their capacities. You know, we're in the same boat, so we can follow our social distancing rules. And we'll just have to play it by ear.
We've seen images from other states of these crowds at beaches. That must be a nightmare scenario for you.
Well, right. Well, I mean, that's why we're going to try to limit things. So, you know, we're not going to allow that to happen here.
But when you say limit, what does that mean? The police will get involved and break up crowds?
No, we're going to have what we call social monitoring, people walking around to remind people that they should be separated. We're not going to kick them off the beach or have them arrested or anything like that. We just strongly advise them against it.
Ironically, some of the people most at risk might be the ones who sit in these lifeguard chairs. You can see they're in the process of switching the double chair to the single chair because some of the protocols to protect these lifeguards are only one lifeguard in a chair at a time, must wear a mask, and in the event of a rescue, they're allowed to do the chest compressions, but they can't do the mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. We're told that there are EMT crews nearby who could respond quickly in the event of that need. Gail.
All right, whatever it takes to stay safe. Thank you very much, John.